Hello friends, let's talk about today's writing topic. So the essay which I'm going to talk about today is some people believe that cooking is an important life skill. So schools should teach all boys and girls how to cook, right? So first viewpoint is teaching cooking is very much important. Why? Because cooking is an important life skill. So schools should teach cooking to all boys and girls. Right? However, other people think that teaching all boys and girls to cook would be a waste of school time. Discuss both and give your opinion. So whenever you have a question like this, discuss both and give your opinion. So basically what happens, you are given two different viewpoints, and here the first viewpoint is that since cooking is important life skill, so it should be taught. So this is the first viewpoint, that cooking should be taught in schools, and the second viewpoint is it should not be taught. Why? Because that to be considered a waste of school time. So whenever we are going to write this, discuss both and give your opinion kind of essay, so we generally make 5 paragraphs. In first paragraph we talk about introduction, that is like rephrase or modify the question statement. Second paragraph we talk about the first opinion, and the first opinion in this topic says that cooking is important, so students must learn cooking in school, and students all boys and girls. Then third paragraph we talk about no, it is a wastage of school time, so there is no point of learning cooking in school. In fourth paragraph you need to give your personal opinion. Now after analyzing both viewpoint, you need to give your personal opinion with example, that what do you think. And when you are stating your opinion, it is absolutely your choice. If you want to go for diplomatic, you can go for diplomatic somewhere like 50-50 or something, and if you just want to go for one single opinion, so you can choose one single opinion, but make sure you give a suitable example, you give a conducive example to explain or to justify your viewpoint. And last, in the end you need to give a conclusion. So conclusion can be a single sentence one, precise and related to the topic. Okay, now if I talk about this structure, the template of this discuss both, I have already shared a long pack, so you can check the template from this link. Okay, and this link will help you how to start your introduction and other body paragraphs. So today I'm going to talk about the first viewpoint here, like why cooking should be taught in schools. So why it should be taught, the very first reason is students, pupils or learners, they become self-dependent. So how they become self-dependent? If they know how to cook food, they can cook their meal by themselves. What happens if they are they are alone at home, and if their parents are busy, so they can cook for themselves, they can cook for their family. And these days the trend of studying abroad is escalating quite a lot. So once you are moving abroad, so moving abroad means over there you might not be having your parents to cook food for you. So what you can do is that instead of relying on restaurant food, instead of relying on ready-made food or something which might not suit your taste buds, you can cook your food for yourself. So it makes children self-dependent, and they can cook food at home which is salubrious and hygienic. So whatever we are cooking at home, that is salubrious. Salubrious means healthy. Something which makes you healthy is salubrious, and hygienic means it is germ free. So since you are cooking at home, that will be full of nutritional and all like healthy, all germ free and all, because you will be choosing the ingredients and you will be preparing as your own taste. Even far more cheaper than restaurant food, and if they are cooking at home, they can save their money also, since restaurant food is not good for health, at the same time it's not good for your pocket also. Okay, clear? So the first point is they need not to rely on others for their meal, they can cook their food for themselves. Sometime if there is a requirement, they can help their parents, then they can cook for themselves, can save the money, they can get the food as per their own choice, their own taste, whatever they want they can prepare quickly. Done. So this is the first reason, so that should be taught in school. Second is these skills, cooking, it develop cognitions. Cognizance means awareness. So it develop awareness and cognizance into the students towards nutritional value of eatables. Nutritional value means, now what happens in childhood, they are always running behind taste. Since they like pizza a lot, they like burger a lot, noodles a lot might be, right? So they are always behind eating these kind of junk food items. Why? Because they cannot understand why these food items are unhealthy, and how and why the chapatis and all these vegetables that doesn't sound tasty to me, they are healthy. So they are not mature enough to understand the difference, that why they should go for the homemade food that's not tasty for them. Okay, but once they are learning cooking skills at school, what happens, they can develop this cognizance and they'll understand the nutritional value of eatables, why it is important to cook at home, right? Resulting into generating inclination towards healthier options since childhood. Inclination means interest, likeness. So what happens when they get to know, okay, these vegetables, they are like quite high in vitamins, proteins, minerals, and they are good for health, people should consume these kind of healthy options. So since they have this kind of knowledge deep rooted in themselves during school days, and they might be presented in such a beautiful way that they will develop a lot of interest and they'll start eating homemade food instead of depending a lot on junk food. So that is another advantage. Why? Because they are learning these skills with their peers, with their classmates, with their age mate, and obviously they'll be more interested into it. Okay, so the third point is food industry is undoubtedly booming. Undoubtedly means without a doubt. There is no iota of doubt that food industry, food sector, production, everything that is gaining grounds, it's gaining popularity, it is booming like anything. Okay, so they have multiple chances of pursuing their career in the same industry, right? So booming, so might pursue the same as a profession. So you never know, the child who is taking these culinary skills in school, they might develop their interest in it, and they find that their creativity is really leading towards this future progress in the same field. So what might happen, though they are learning it in the school, they were not knowing that it can be their future career, but they might adapt it. Okay, so in that way it opens a different avenue for them, and this is how they can become the world famous chef, might be, you never know. Okay, so these are the things that we are writing in the favor of students, like all boys and girls alike. They should learn how to cook food in schools. So that should be there in one paragraph. If you think that these 3 points, they are longer enough and they won't be fitted into one paragraph, so you can choose any 2 points and you can explain it nicely, and you can leave any 1 point, okay, without discussing in the topic. Now I'll talk about the second opinion, that is a waste of school time. So why do we think, or why do some people think that teaching cooking in school is a waste of school time? So the very first is, the chief purpose of schools is to educate pupils academically. Now when parents are sending their children to school, so they have only one motive in their mind, that they'll be learning everything related to study. So they would be learning so many subjects like science, mathematics, computers, social science, then they would be learning languages also like English and whatever the native language is there. So they'll be learning so many things. Why? Because all these things would help them to secure a sustainable job for future, where they can earn a lot of money and they can survive for future. Okay, so the basic purpose, the chief purpose of schools is to educate academically. So other main subject outweigh means it's quite higher in value, quite more important in significance. So these subjects, so they are more important. So obviously everybody thinks that schools and teachers, they should focus more and more on education related subject rather than cooking, because that is a life skill that can be learned anywhere. In fact, children, they can learn at home with their parents. Okay, and another thing that might be a little different point here, that due to razor edged competition. So when you say razor edged means it is in fact tougher than cutthroat competition. So we generally say it is a cutthroat competition. Cutthroat competition means very tough competition. So tougher than cutthroat is razor edged. So the competition is that much tough for the students that every minute of school learning should be utilized sagaciously. Utilized means used in a proper manner, and sagaciously means wisely. So whatever teachers are teaching, it should be related to the subject, academic purposes only, and they should be preparing the students for all these competition exams and all, to secure a stable job in future. They shouldn't be teaching how to cook food. So that is a basic life skill. So basic life skills can easily be learnt at home. So one need not to be highly educated to teach cooking. So obviously parents or whosoever in the family, other relatives, they can teach very easily. So why it should be it should be taught in school. The second thing is that even if they are learning it in school, they might encounter a few accidents. They might become a victim of these accidents when they are experimenting at home in the absence of their parents. Why? Because they might have learned something new at their school on that day. So children may encounter means face. They might face some accidents in kitchen, may get burnt. So kitchen, it's full of all the tools, gases, knives, so many different things are there. So anything can lead towards any major accident. So children, if they are using these tools unattentively, or if they are using it without any supervision, means they might become a victim of any accident. So if they are not learning anything, obviously they won't go into kitchen, right? So it's a good idea to keep them safe, and that utilize the school time in all school related activities. So this is how you can write these two body paragraphs. And once you want to write your own opinion, it is completely up to you what you want to write. If you want, you can write that children should learn or should focus on all these academic subjects in schools. However, they should learn how to cook food. Might be once in a week or once in a fortnight. A few classes should be provided by schools. So it would be a kind of social activity for the students, for the classmates, so they can come up with their innovative ideas. They can learn the traditional food items. They can enhance their skills for cooking. Then all these presentation, table etiquettes, and so many things can be learned in school. So that can be as a hobby, and that can be a kind of to break the monotony of all these tedious subjects. Right, so this is how you can present your opinion. Again, it's your choice, whatever you want to say. If you want to say that no, it should not be taught in school, so that's okay. You just need to give a justifying reason for that. Okay, I hope this topic is clear to you, but if you still have any doubt, so you can write it down there in the comment section. I will surely reply your queries. And if you like this video, so do like it, do give us a thumbs up, and do share it with your friends and whosoever is preparing for IELTS. So I hope this video will help you and your friends. Okay, so keep learning with me. All the best.